Oh, hey, and we're live. Welcome back to another Cocktail Hour episode, which I have completely lost count of. I don't even care. Anyway, so I'm here with the gang, and our names are up on the screen, so we're not going to do that introduction thing.
It's episode 170 and our 12th anniversary.
Oh, in September.
show.
Yeah. 12th anniversary show.
Yeah, we didn't quite make it to September.
No.
We're so close, though.
We were so close. September was a rough one. I mean,
Yeah.
we had vacations and sicknesses and all kinds of stuff.
Anniversaries and traveling and all kinds of stuff.
We had a lot going on. Between
August and September.
Yeah, August was busy too. So, and that's how we roll now.
That's how we roll.
But we're not going to ghost you. So,
no. Actually, I was hoping, I didn't even mention it. And I don't have good, mind control, trying to beam you a signal. But I was hoping maybe you would move some of our older shows over onto YouTube.
I need to do that. I was doing it, and then I just kind of forgot about it, and I still have them all sitting on a external hard drive. I just need to, and I paid for a load of minutes because I purchased this service that will take the audio shows and convert them to video. It's just the thumbnail that will show throughout, but so that's what we'll do for that. So yeah, I will get back on that. So if you're a subscriber, just be aware that every time I upload one, you're going to get a notification. So
how about that?
Yeah.
See? All kinds of cocktail hour goodness getting ready to happen over here.
Yeah, I know, because I know that Andy sometimes gets messages from folks, looking for those, and the website is still up, but I don't know how long that'll happen. It's just I'm not in control of that anymore, so I don't know. But yes, I will do that. We haven't talked about it, but I'm going to assume we're going to still do an official October show, or are we not? Well, we can talk about
maybe.
That. We can talk about it because it just doesn't feel right if we don't do something scary for.
I know.
Although most of the scary stuff is for Christmas.
That's true. We do have a lot of scary Christmas stuff.
We do, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't think we have any housekeeping type stuff happening.
We haven't had that stuff in forever.
We're super lazy now. We just show up. Man.
It's true. We just basically show up. We figure out what we're going to read. We all scramble the last week or so.
Although I scrambled a week early. I thought we were doing this last Saturday.
Yeah. She's like, oh, we're ready for tomorrow, right? I'm like, oh, I'm in New Orleans, so no.
I was like, okay, so then we mean October.
Yeah. I did not realize that Saturday would be the 1st of October. For some reason, I was thinking it was the 30th. So, yeah. That's fine.
It would have been the 31st of September.
We're not. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, it's all fine.
Kind of
all good. All
thing.
Good.
That could have been interesting.
Some months only have 30 days. Whatever.
Yeah. All right.
It's February's fault.
Agreed. It's February's
we need
fault.
to place blame where it belongs on
February. There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not pulling its weight.
Yeah. Bastard.
Let me get to one of my favorite parts of the show. What's everybody drinking? Let's start with Sherry, because I know it's going to be something watery delicious.
It is not. So I've been getting into fermenting, and I've been making kombucha, which I've discovered that I really enjoy, and experimenting with different flavors and stuff. And also I've been making, it's called tepache. It's a fermented pineapple beverage. It's pineapple. So you take like the rind, the skin of the pineapple, and the core, and you can use some of the chunks of flesh, and then you put it in a gallon jug with a cup of brown sugar and a cinnamon stick, and you let it sit for a few days. and it turns into this delicious pineapple cinnamon beverage that the first batch I made, I could tell it had there was a very low level alcohol content to it, but this batch I'm not noticing any of that, but it tastes almost like a pineapple wine.
That's interesting.
It's carbonated. I do a second fermentation. I just put it in these fancy bottles, which I love, and let them sit for another couple of days, and I have delicious beverage. So there you go.
Sweet. Is that a St. Pauli girl type bottle? I couldn't see it really well.
It's a Grolsch type bottle. It's got the glass flip top, ceramic top.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they're really good for holding for high pressure.
Nice. Yeah, you don't have any leakage, all that mess. Excellent.
Or explosions. Yeah, the explosions apparently are the big thing you want to look out for.
Yikes!
Yeah, but it's been a lot of fun. I've been enjoying it. I've been making sauerkraut and pickles, and the sauerkraut is the bomb.
Really?
So easy. Yeah, you just jam it in a thing with salt, and this one I made caraway seed. It put caraway seeds in along with it. But yeah, it's really good. So if you like sauerkraut, super easy. It's good. This stuff is delicious. Okay, so that's what I'm drinking.
Wow, that's impressive. Actually makes me want to try it. But okay then. Let's move on to Miss Colette. What you drinking, girl?
Well, it's funny because this is pineapple daiquiri.
Oh, look at us!
That's awesome.
So somehow we're in sync without knowing we're in sync.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got a few like pre-made cocktails from Monolele, that distillery on Oahu that we toured when we were in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And it's all rum agricole, so it all comes from sugarcane as opposed to molasses.
Yeah.
Which is regular rum. So I was like, well, shit, I want to try, because you grow up drinking daiquiris and, you reach a certain point, I don't know, 30, 35, where it's like, holy shit, get this away from me. Because it's just like a Slurpee.
Yeah.
With rum in it or whatever. Yeah. So I was hesitant, but it's good. So I got a bottle of their pineapple daiquiri and a bottle of their Hemingway daiquiri because I wasn't really sure what the Hemingway daiquiri was.
What is that?
And I drank the whole bottle, so I don't, of course, remember.
Was it good?
Hemingway daiquiri. Yeah, there's some unusual. Oh, you know what it is? So it's got a little maraschino liqueur. It has grapefruit juice.
Oh, yum! I bet
not my favorite, good. But it was actually not bad. Yeah, that face you're making. So it arrived because you hear a lot about Hemingway daiquiris, right? I guess he drank a lot of them.
I've never heard of it.
No,
he drank a lot of everything.
I know he drank a lot.
I've heard of Hemingway,
right? And I know when I was in Key West, there were lots of places that were like, Hemingway got cirrhosis here. Like they were printing signs. He spent a lot time blowing out his liver.
Yep.
And
sure did.
There was a place, I guess it was the Hog's Breath Saloon, where they had his stool was there. And like there was a whole thing. People make alcoholic pilgrimages to that place. And
they do. And then the Hemingway house with the 8 million cats.
Right. All those polydactyl cats.
Yeah.
Which I can't really handle a cat that just has the normal number of toes. But all of his had extra toes. And I think, didn't he leave his estate to his cats?
Yeah, I can't
or is
say
that
for sure, but it sounds something like I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've been to the Keys, honestly, because when you live on the East Coast of Florida,
The Atlantic
right,
side.
right, the Atlantic side,
Yeah.
it's like, why do I want to drive 5 miles? I mean, 5 hours to drive to the Keys when I can just drive, 25 minutes and I'm at one of my favorite beach spots.
Yeah, it's like that joke when you're in Europe. It's like, oh, let's drive a few hours and we'll drive from France to Germany and then we'll stop in Belgium. And then it's like, and then in the US, it's like, I've been driving for 14 hours and I started in Florida and I'm still in Florida.
Still in Florida.
Yeah. So
if you started at the Keys and you went through the Panhandle, that would be correct.
Wow.
Yeah, I was staying in Orlando and I rented a convertible to drive to Key West.
Oh
and
my fucking God.
I got so effing sunburned.
I bet.
It was bad.
I had that happen when me and an ex drove to North Carolina in a convertible.
Wait,
by the
from
time
where
I got
you
there,
are in Florida, you drove to North Carolina.
yeah. So by the time we got there, I was not only sunburned, I was dehydrated. So I had a massive headache. Oh my God, it was awful.
And then you immediately broke up with your girlfriend.
No.
Oh, okay. It's just the headache, and it's probably her idea.
It was, yes.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
I remember stopping, because there's only one way through the Keys, right? There's that one bridge that takes you through each island. And I remember stopping on one of them because there was a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And there were these very assertive seafowl. And I don't care for birds under the best of circumstances when they are their most best behaved. So there's like pelicans like, rah!
Well, they get fed.
Come up and sit on the rail and jump on your table. And I was like, I don't know that this meal is going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to shit my pants at some point when something comes at me with its big fucking beak agape and it, wants to steal my French fries or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get that same thing here on the beaches. We got sometimes, I don't know when, it's not all year long, but there are times when there's like lots of sandpipers on the beach. And then bitches come right up to you and
needle beaks, right? Sandpipers, they're the fast ones with the little needle beaks. No?
I don't recall having a needle beak, but they do haul ass.
Yeah, but they're not big.
No,
they are less threatening than a pelican that could probably fit your purse into its maw.
That is true. But the sandpipers, some of them have learned that humans will feed them. So the ones that have learned that, they'll just right over to wherever the hell you're sitting, and they'll look at you and squawk and look at you because they want some food. So
here it's really just seagulls.
Yeah.
And seagulls are basically just flying rats.
All birds are flying rats.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some of them are big.
Some of them are very big.
And I don't care for that.
Okay.
Right. So anyway, on to the book. What a great transition.
Right? Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm just drinking Pepsi.
Well, you're the boring one today.
What's happened?
Let down.
I'm drinking caffeine-free diet Pepsi. Don't ask. Anyway.
All right, then.
The last few days, my system has not been well, and today's probably the first really good day. And I thought, well, I'm not going to sabotage myself with alcohol. So, yeah.
All right, then.
Well, I mean, and you did just have a hurricane. So.
Did just have one. Yeah, it was a non-event here on the East Coast. It was funny. I saw a meme come over that showed an aerial view of Mar-a-Lago, and it said, Hurricane Ian, you had one job.
You had one job.
I was like, well, that's that was funny, but I'm thinking, well, if it's got to get to there, it's going to come over me, and I don't want it to come over me.
Yeah, because like, how far away is it from you?
Not far.
It's not.
Because we drove by there. And
oh yeah, I took
yeah.
Sherry over there. It by the crow flies, it's probably about 5 or 6 miles, maybe. It's not, and it's fairly close, even for a drive. We just have to, go through all the damn traffic lights. But
you would also need to want to.
yeah, no. I think we went by and gave the
we gave
Bird
the
of Paradise, right?
Yeah, we did.
Good.
Yes. That was the whole purpose of it. That was it. Yeah.
Oh God.
So, all right. Well, we do have a book to talk about today.
Yes, we do. We definitely do. We read The Conductors by Nicole Glover. And some of us read it in pieces or chunks over the time period. Some of us rushed it all at one time.
Right, because it was originally supposed to be, I guess it was supposed to be the August book.
It was, and then we didn't do August.
Yeah,
right.
We didn't do August. And then
we couldn't get all of our shit in one sock. And then it was supposed to be September's, and now here we are in October.
It's like September bonus. Today is just pretend.
The 31st
it's the 31st of September. So we're fine. We're fine.
The 31st of September. That was good.
So does anybody want to give the synopsis? I don't have it pulled up, but I can.
Yeah, it's not difficult. It's post Civil War is the time period, and you've got a husband and wife team that used to work on the Underground Railroad, helping folks get out of the South into the North, hopefully for a better life. And now they have regular old mundane jobs, but on the side, they solve mysteries and murders. And they're
in Philadelphia.
What?
Yes, they're in Philadelphia. Yes.
Just giving the location.
I was getting there.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Spoiler alert.
They're in Philadelphia.
I'm giving away the whole plot.
God damn it.
Yeah, they're in Philadelphia. And what you have also blended in this historical novel is you have celestial magic and you have sorcery. So celestial magic is the magic of choice for the Black community, and sorcery is the magic of choice for the white community, and neither the two shall meet. So this particular novel is the first, I think, in a few. And
I don't think the others have been released yet. This one just came out last year.
Okay.
I don't know for sure.
All right. So there's a bunch of different characters in this story, and there's lots of flashbacks, and you all know how I think about that. But this story focuses on them trying to figure out who murdered a husband and wife team, who murdered their friend Charlie. Let's see. The wife is Harriet, right? And she goes by
Hetty.
Yep. And the husband is a man named Benjamin, and he goes by Benji, right?
Yep.
Benji? Yeah. And so this whole story basically plots out how they get from A to Z. So how they find the person that murdered their friend Charlie. So they go through all kinds of investigating, and there's quite a few different characters in this story. So, and that's basically what it is. It's a little murder mystery.
Yeah.
Right. With magic.
And then I just checked, and the second book in this series is called The Undertakers, which totally makes sense.
Sure.
And that came out in November. So there's a second one.
All right.
So yay, I will absolutely be checking it out. I did enjoy it. Yeah, so there's Hetty and Benji it seemingly stumbles upon 3 or 4 dead bodies, and as they start to investigate, they discover that the murderer is clearly somebody that they know. So we get to stay with this group of I don't even want to say necessarily friends, because they kind of seem to go back and forth whether they like each other or not.
Yeah, true.
We're not going to do spoilers, right?
Yeah, try to keep it spoiler free. It's only a
I
year.
think so. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we can pretty much talk about just about everything except the reveal.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
And in addition to the, we have Hetty and Benji. Hetty is a seamstress. She is a magical. She's a fantastic seamstress, but she also works her magic into the dresses and the things that she makes by doing sigils and magical embroidery and stuff. And she's forever like whipping out these sigils, for protection and all kinds of stuff. And her husband, Benji, is a blacksmith. I imagine he's like super buff and, just gorgeous body. And
I don't know if that's true, because my brother's a blacksmith and he doesn't have none of that.
I think I got the impression that Benji, because he had the women in the dress shop. I mean, nothing against Marcello, but yeah.
I mean, and I don't know if you guys have watched Forged in Fire.
Yeah, those guys are not. No,
not usually.
Don't mess with my mental image of Benji and his godlike body. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of the things that is kind of a big part of this story also is that Hetty and Benji didn't marry for love. They married for convenience, companionship, and they're both into the same thing, right? They were just very well suited for each other, for friends and companions. But we kind of get to see them, their relationship kind of blossom, which, I'll be honest, they had been together, it seemed like, for years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yep.
And it just kind of happened at this point. So that was while I super enjoyed Hetty. Oh, and everything is told from Hetty's point of view, right? Okay, I thought that was right, but I just wasn't 100% sure. So Hetty we get everything from her point of view. She's smart. She's super talented with both magic and her dressmaking. She's got a bit of an attitude. She doesn't really, put up with a bunch of shit. And it was kind of nice to watch her and Benji kind of come together and discover that they do in fact love each other. There's also now there's also an Undertaker named Oliver, and he was quite the character, kind of a crotchety dude. And I believe Thomas, who he lived with, that was his boyfriend, right? I mean, They were lovers, right?
It took me a while to figure that out.
Oh, it did? Okay.
Yeah, there was like no real discussion, but they were clearly together, and people acted like they were together.
Yeah, and I kind of like that. It wasn't, there was no overt discussion, like you said, declaring their coupleness, but they made it very clear, I thought, by, Thomas went away and Oliver was devastated and upset and angry, and then Thomas comes back and Oliver's kind of like, you just come and go as you please, and his feelings were hurt. But so that was cool. I liked the way that it was done as a non-issue. Nobody gave them shit. It was just, this is who they are. there were quite a bit of quite a bit of moving from this suspect to another suspect to another suspect, which I did appreciate because it could have been anybody.
Did you guys? There were times when I did not know who the fuck. I'm like, okay, now who are you again?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I get it, right? Because it's a murder mystery.
Yeah.
Right. So you need to have a lot of possible suspects.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I completely, I felt like I needed Cliff Notes and I needed some sort of a list of all the characters in this book. You know, the names would come up and I'd be like, right, I know that name. Who the fuck were you?
Who the hell are they again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had an issue with that.
Yeah, that was tough. I don't think I really got a handle on who everybody was until the book was almost over.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
And to be honest with you, when the reveal happened, I was kind of like, who is that again?
Yeah, me too. I was like, wait a minute, what? I had to think about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that guy. Okay.
That guy.
Or woman.
Girl.
It could be anybody.
Spoiler.
Yeah, we don't want.
Don't worry. There's like 20 men and 20 women in this book, so.
And they will all be a suspect at one point or another.
At some point. So as far as the execution, what did you guys think of that? The writing style, the dialogue, things like that. What were your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think maybe part of the reason that I had difficulty keeping all the characters separate in my head was because A, there were a lot of characters, maybe too many. Mm-hmm. And B, I don't know that all of them sort of successfully had their own unique voice. Mm-hmm. So they all kind of mingled together in my brain, which is part of, and again, it really could be my broken brain. I don't want to assume.
It's not just your broken brain in this case, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So based on the fact that it was all from one character's POV.
Yeah.
That may not have assisted either with giving them each sort of a unique voice to help us keep them all separate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because so let's take like Penelope, for example. So first, I couldn't remember if she was the one that was making the potions that were pissing Hetty off, or if that was somebody else, but I think it was her. I'm still not 100% sure. I think it was her, but it might have been somebody that started with a D. I don't know. And then you had Maybelle, Clarabelle, Joe Bell.
A lot of bells.
There was a lot of bells, and they were all related. They were all sisters or cousins or something like that. And then so we've got this murder mystery going on. We've got Hetty also searching for her sister Esther, which was interesting. And then we have this Black woman who's passing as white, Alice Granger, who seeks Hetty out and hires her in a really shitty way by essentially just blackmailing her into.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, into searching for her sister Judith, who had been teaching sorcery to Black folks.
Which is a big no-no.
Which is a big no-no. No sorcery. I mean, no sorcery.
Correct.
So and then you've got all of these bodies piling up that have like curse marks on them, and just so much magic, a lot of magic, which was cool. So you've got all of these, these different plot points that don't really seem to be meshing together. But then as the story comes together, Hetty and Benji start putting it, being able to arrange the stuff. Then you've also got boxing and, all kinds of stuff. There's just so much going on in this book. There really was. And I do, Colette, I do agree with you. I think it was just too much.
So I don't know that the magic really brought anything to the story. Like, I would have been fine if we didn't have magic. Like, I feel like there was enough of a story. It's,
Yeah.
Civil War,
Mhm.
Philadelphia. These people were part of the Underground Railroad.
Yeah.
We solve crimes. We have all of these people in a Philadelphia.
It just added another extra layer of
Suburb.
complexity.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know that
really
it
need to
needed to
be
be there.
Yeah, it didn't need to be there. I think it was, just a little icing on the cake, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think it. I think it added just more, maybe just to the atmosphere of the, of the story. But
And it probably became really, really an important facet in the Underground Railroad, right?
they did use that a lot, and
Right.
how they were able to kind of guide people and just
It
like
made
transport them.
sense that would work in that context.
But it did save their asses in
It
the showdown with the bad guy.
Yeah.
I do want to say, so I enjoyed the dialogue. I enjoyed the writing, the vocabulary that was used. I did the characters that we got to know. I liked them.
Yeah.
I will say that the reveal, I felt like the entire reason behind the murders was just, that didn't make any sense to me. I thought that was stupid. And interestingly, Hetty even said you didn't have to kill anybody over this. You could have done this, that, or the other. Yeah. And I felt the same way. I was like, that's stupid. Why? And it does that Scooby-Doo thing with, well, I'm going to kill you anyway. I'm just going to go ahead and give you a huge info dump on why I did everything and how it all came together. Because, yeah, I don't enjoy that. I would have given it 5 stars, I think, if that had been different. But that just kind of really, that was disappointing to me.
Well, I mean, I have never written a mystery, but I do think that, at a certain point, you don't want it to be. I mean, I guess I can see why they would want it to not completely make sense, right? Because then you'd figure it out way early.
Yeah, probably. And
I guess, but I mean, it just seemed kind of lame.
It's a complete cop out that once you know who does it, you're like, what the fuck is this? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, so it's got to be a fine line to walk.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, it was just, I can't say out loud what the reasoning it was.
Yeah.
But it just didn't, it's like, really? That's why you killed all these people? Oh, and then there's also grave robbing going on, which was another.
There's all kinds of stuff in here.
There's all kinds of stuff happening. All kinds of stuff.
I read it in blocks. So, it's like, okay, the first 4 hours I listened to like 3 weeks ago or whatever the heck it was. And then I listened to like a couple hours, it's like blocks. So I completely forgot about that.
It must have been longer ago than that, right? Because
whenever it was.
To it in August.
Yeah, whatever it was. Whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it. I would like to read the second one because once I feel like they got in their groove. And with their new careers, I'm excited to see what that's going to be, because that seems like the perfect career to continue on with murder mysteries.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to say about this book.
No. So I'm getting from this that you would definitely recommend it to someone.
I would with the caveat, enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
And maybe not the resolution, or be aware that the resolution may not be
Might
all
be
that you're looking for.
a little anticlimactic.
Yeah, it might be. I mean, the battle was great. I enjoyed all that. It was just the reveal of the motivation was just kind of like, oh, well, that's disappointing. But would you guys recommend it?
Sure.
Yeah, I think so. But I like, your caveat. And I'd also have to include that, be aware there are flashbacks.
Yeah. There were a lot of flashbacks, but they weren't, you spent the majority of the time, I think, in the present. Didn't you? Don't you think?
Agreed. Although I don't know that I was always certain why we were in a flashback. I don't know that I always left a flashback with like, oh, I know why we saw that. It was just like, hey, here's some shit that happened a few years ago. So it was not always clear to me as a storytelling device what was necessarily being shared at when and why. But
well, we learned
I didn't have a problem with it.
So we learned about their so we went back in time to join them on some rescue missions.
Mm-hmm.
We went back in time to learn about the collars.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what else. Oh, we went back in time to establish some relationships, like Penelope was one of the rescued slaves, which I thought was kind of interesting. And then relationship building between Hetty and Benji. But most of that was done present time. I mean, the flashbacks I don't think they ever really bothered me at all.
Do they ever, though? I mean, you don't seem to ever complain about flashbacks.
Sometimes they do it. I mean, I want to see a point to it, and I don't want it just to be like some, not being able to tell that we're in a flashback. Like, if you're looking at a book with your eyeballs, you can sometimes see like the text will be italicized or something like that.
Yeah.
But when you're listening to an audio book,
no.
All of a sudden,
you're just talking about shit that you have no idea what the hell's going on. Wait a minute, we were just over here.
Yeah.
The same thing as head hopping. I don't, if it's not done properly, it can be a nightmare because it just yanks the reader right out of the story. If I have to go back a couple paragraphs and reread to figure out who the hell's head I'm in, that's a problem. Or what time frame I'm in, that's a problem. And I didn't really have that problem with this.
I think that there are some authors that like to fuck with you where you're basically at this sort of momentous potential reveal. There's conflict, something important is going to happen, and we stop, and then we have a flashback, and it's like, this is maybe.
I don't like that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's.
But that was not the case in this book.
No.
I never was angry that we were having a flashback. I just didn't always walk away from the flashback with like, oh, that was good information. I'm glad I have that.
Yeah. See, look at the head on that.
Woo! That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Well, does anybody have anything else to say about this book?
No.
We're really early, but
I mean, the author is from Hampton Roads.
Oh, really?
I don't know where that is.
That's where I live.
That's where she.
Oh, are you shitting me?
No.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You should go over, have a chat.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where she lives, and that's probably best, but no,
she probably lives right next door.
Yeah. Go take a dog for a walk, have a nice cigar.
I do have to say, are you experiencing a lot of humidity right now?
No, it's nice and cool.
Oh, your hair seems to have taken on a life of its own.
That's true. That is true.
And you don't normally have the big
Yep.
have the big frizz out. That's kind of
Mhm.
awesome.
That's usually a sign of humidity, which is kind of
Yeah, that's why I was
especially if
wondering
it's
if it was
cold.
Or
humidity.
it's just a sign that I did not pull out the flat iron.
Oh, do you usually flat iron your hair?
I do.
Wow.
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 Mhm.
It's big.
It
It's
really
big
is.
and lovely. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I had a fro in high school. So
Did you?
Yep.
I think that we need to have a picture of that.
I
for
know, that's what I
someday.
was thinking.
I feel like maybe I'll be hitting classmates.com. See if I can find you. Huh?
Oh, you'll find me. Yeah.
Nice. All right.
That
I
seems like a
will.
pain in the ass.
I'm not going to promise not to share it, but
Uh-oh.
yeah. I might just share it with Andy. How's that?
Well, that's fine.
No.
All right. All right.
Well, you could just share it on Discord with us. In our
That's true. Yeah. I'll make it the thumbnail for this episode.
Please don't.
That ain't right,
I
Sherry.
won't.
It was the 80s, for Christ's sake.
Oh,
Man,
I
you had
had
big hair back then. Yeah.
I had my perm and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Mm,
was
don't
big.
miss those.
I mean, because there's totally different fads that happen through the different decades. Like I remember in the 70s, everybody had those little combs in their back pocket. Remember that?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
everything was feathered.
Yeah, I had one. Yeah.
I did not, because
I-
my hair could not be feathered.
I had a yellow
Did
goody
you-
comb.
Did you have a
Yeah, I had a pick.
Perfect.
with a
Beautiful.
black fist on it.
Oh my God. I had
I
a
love it.
big ass yellow goody comb in my back right pocket.
Yeah, I love those combs. I
Yeah,
need to get one. That'd be good for my hair right now.
I actually had to buy one just recently because I'm trying something with my hair, and the product recommended that you pull it through your hair using a comb. And I'm like, well, it said a wide tooth comb. And I have those stupid little plastic black ones, you know.
Oh, I have one right
That's
here.
not wide tooth. So I went and
Mhm.
bought a goody comb. Well, that brought back some memories too, putting that thing through my hair. I was like, damn, I remember them days.
What are you doing with your hair?
Well, the bang part is still not long enough to go
Oh, okay.
back into the ponytail. So I've been using a little metal thing to pull the hair back and kind of lock it. But then you can see the outline of it. It's a pain in the ass. So I did a little research, and I've got pomade that's water soluble. That
Okay.
doesn't flake or anything. So, yeah, man. So I'm trying that. That's what I did before. This is... Yeah.
Oh yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, and it's not
Yeah.
coming out on the because it usually pops off like right out here.
Yep. Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
TJ loves your long hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm still not necessarily ambivalent, but I still have issues where like I'll be reading something with my eyeballs, and I'm laying in bed, and I have a fan going up here, which you guys can see, and then I have a fan on a little table by the bed that blows. Right. So I'll be, I don't know, maybe playing Quirkle or reading or some shit. And then all of a sudden I feel the hair go like right up in the air. And I'm like, ah! So then I got to mess with it or turn off the fan. So, I mean, you know.
Oh, you're still playing Quirkle? Are you still playing Quirkle on your phone?
Not my phone, on my iPad.
Yeah, but still iOS.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to reinstall it so we can play.
I've been kicking ass on that Quirkle business. I'm telling you what.
What is Quirkle?
It's a very fun, simple game with shapes and colors, and you have to make rows either of all one color or all one shape, and get
See, I
more
feel
points than your opponent.
We're going to need to post the link to that on this show.
Quirkle?
So that
It's a lot of fun.
It is. It
Yeah,
is actually.
We played in person
Mhm.
a bit, and when Megan was here too, the three of us were playing Quirkle, and then Andy found one for iOS.
Yep.
I also want to do a plug for Board Game Arena. You can play lots of games for free. It's all turn-based. Like right now, I just pulled it up. I'm playing Splendor and Martian Dice and Cribbage. I love Cribbage. I will play Cribbage with anybody. So if anybody wants to play Cribbage, I will play with you. Jaipur, Ticket to Ride, and Backgammon. I love Backgammon.
Ticket to Ride I played a couple of days ago, and I forgot how to play it, and I got my ass kicked.
Aw, but Board Game Arena, it's just boardgamearena.com, and you can play free, but they do have a premium thing where you can play all the games and host games and stuff like that. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
you guys still get together on Sunday for games? Is it Sunday?
We were. Well, we're thinking maybe trying again on Saturday mornings, right?
Maybe.
We just have to.
I feel like we need a different game.
No, we're not playing that game anymore. That's awful.
What game were you playing?
We're just way too ADHD to play that game.
So right? It's this game. I forget which one was that? I don't remember.
Oh, it's like Divinity.
Oh yeah, Divinity. Original
2
Sin
or something. Yeah.
So it's an RPG that so you're going off and doing quests and fighting and stuff like that, except you do it in a group, and if one person starts talking to a quest giver or somebody, an NPC, everybody else has to either click on that at the same time, essentially, so that you can hear everything. Or you don't know what the fuck is going on, and you can't go back and talk to the person again as a member of the group. And then, so there's 4 of us,
right? So we land on this island.
Everybody's
and then everybody's in a different fucking place.
Because I could never find.
So I'm like, where are you guys?
Where's everybody?
You know, and then John would be like, "Oh, I'm talking to the boatswain."
And John had gone and done a playthrough without us, so he already knows all the shit. And I'm just like wandering around, like asking people, "Are you my friend?" I don't know.
There he was.
Yeah,
and John's like, "Oh, you need to talk to this woman because if you give her the right answers, she can craft magical items, and she has the ability to craft some items that we're going to need." And Sherry's like, "Oh, I just talked to her and hit on her, and now she's mad at me." And
now she's mad. Yeah, and
like, I guess we won't be getting any magical items.
I had some squirrel following me and a skeleton cat. I don't know what the hell is going on. It's just not a game for people who aren't like sitting right there next to each other and holding each other's hands.
Simulate like a tabletop RPG where the party does a thing. The party goes, the party talks to somebody, the party gets a quest, and then the party goes off and either achieves the quest or doesn't. But with 4 people who could just wander around and talk to any old NPC and go wherever they want, that was basically what happened all the time. So it was a lot of, "Where are you?" "Oh, I'm talking to this person."
I'm like fucking 3 miles away on a beach somewhere. Looking for seashells. So
I mean, if we can find a game where we move and act as a party,
I think you guys just need to suck it up and buy Elder Scrolls.
The problem is that isn't that like an MMO, and rando hobos are going to show up in my game and stab me?
No, they don't do that. Once you get past they could, but that doesn't really happen that way. I've never had any issues in Elder Scrolls Online with anybody doing anything other than once in a while, if I'm getting ready to die, somebody will walk over. Once in a while, but like super rarely. If I'm in a dungeon or something and I'm getting ready to die, occasionally somebody will help me and then just go away. They never
help you die.
No, help me not die. Help me kill whatever's too big for me to kill on my own. Well, then we just have to. So gamers out there,
yes,
we need a PC game that can play at least 4 people. That is D&D like, some sort of some sort of fantasy, or I don't know, maybe even a space thing. What? Why do you have that hat on? It's gross.
What?
Come here. My very tall son has his Bronco hat on.
What a Bronco hat. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You need a dolphin hat.
Dolphins.
No.
Oh, I was trying to cheer for the Dolphins.
Me
Really?
too.
And then they
Were you
gave
going?
the quarterback brain damage and everything's
Huh?
awesome now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, have fun. Buy cool things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
I mean,
Yeah.
at least if you're rooting for the Broncos, you have Russell, what's his name?
Russell Wilson. Yes, we're excited for him, but it'd probably take him the
I mean,
rest
it
of the
beats Tim
season.
Tebow, right?
Oh, fuck that guy. Oh.
Anyway. So
Anyway,
back to
yes.
gaming.
You know what you could do? What is that? Minecraft has a scroll type game. Have you seen the previews for it?
No, I
Where
don't want to
you
play
do-
Minecraft.
It's not your traditional Minecraft though. It's more like what is that stupid game that we played back in the 90s? Nosgoth? I forget what the hell it was.
The dragon ones?
No, it's it was one of those RPGs where you go as a group and you go on a mission to do stuff and you kill stuff. You have somebody that, maybe likes the melee. I was always the archer, so I could stand in the back. And just
Yeah,
shoot
that's me.
people.
Yes, I do that.
Shoot. My brother Vince loves that game. I'll have to text him and find out what the name of it was.
Yeah, so that's what we're looking for. Something that we
Yeah.
can get through, probably Steam. That's fun, but also in a private environment.
I mean, I would also be game to do like zombie killing.
Woohoo!
Oh, okay.
Like a House of the Dead kind of.
Or like if we could find something that was like Fallout or but I think all of those are either single player or MMO. The Fallout games like Fallout 76
Yeah,
or
yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we downloaded what the hell is that game? Something for the Switch because it was supposed to have
Diablo. Is that what the one that you
I
did?
mean, we're basically done with Diablo, right? We've done
Oh.
everything we can do, so it's not really fun anymore.
Yeah.
So we were looking for something similar to Diablo where we could both play on the same Switch console. And so we installed what is that sort of space RPG? Borderlands.
Oh, yeah. So
I
I've got
think Borderlands, either Borderlands 2 or 3 is supposed to be like multiplayer, like local co-op.
Yeah.
Except I guess you need a whole separate controller because, I mean, most Switch games you can just split the console.
Oh. I don't know, but I think I do have that on Steam though. What the hell else would I suggest?
I mean, would that be
Guild Wars? Look at Guild Wars. Guild Wars. We used to play that, and it's an RPG. And so you have like this large open area where people enter the game, but then you go off in private groups, and then you have your own private instance of the game. So, but it's very similar to, your standard MMORPGs where you go off on quests and they even have fast travel for some of it. It's super old, but we used to have so much fun playing that. So that might be another option for us because, and with Divinity, everybody had to be, whoever was running the game had to be there. So like I was running, I was the person, and if I wasn't available, then you guys couldn't play with those characters.
We'd basically have to start over completely from the beginning.
Right, exactly. So, all right. Well, yeah, so we'll take gaming suggestions, but look at Guild Wars 2. It's Guild Wars 2 that,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, all right then. So I think we should do a book later this month for Halloween.
A what?
A book for Halloween.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
disagree.
Yeah.
I
Are
don't
you down for
disagree.
that, Colette?
No. I just like the what? What
Huh?
are you talking about?
No, I was texting Vince.
Yeah, you're
Well,
thinking of that
it was
game.
because we had completely gotten off the whole book thing. Like we haven't talked about the book for like 10 minutes now. So it
Yeah.
was like a what? Oh, a book.
Books.
I remember
Oh.
books.
So
You
I'm
guys are
reading
funny.
an author I've not read before, C.F. Frizzell, a Bold Strokes author.
I was going to say that name sounds super familiar.
Because I was talking to you about this book. It's called Measure of Devotion. It takes place during the Civil War, and it's a woman who her twin brother had enlisted for the Union and was killed right before he was supposed to take off. So she takes his place, and then the other character is a nurse type person who knows that she's a lesbian, and is confounded when she finds herself being attracted to this nice, wonderful, sweet, handsome young man. So, but the author did shit tons of research, and it shows. It's pretty. I'm enjoying it. I am 23% through and enjoying it. So, yeah. But so we need a book for Halloween. We'll have to go through and look at our scary book lists.
Yep.
I mean, and I'm open to doing a nonfiction if we want another serial killery.
Yeah, we haven't done one in since last month, since 2 months ago. Oh no, I think July. It was July. I think we did Lady Killers. No.
Right.
Yeah. We did. Yeah, about women killers. Yeah.
Was that June or July? Yeah,
Holy
I can't
crap,
remember.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't know. But
I don't know either.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy that book very much. But
yeah, I think part of the issue was the number of different killers that they.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah, and some of them were less exciting than others. But
you know what? It didn't really give you the opportunity to get super into the really creepy ones, right?
Yeah.
Because it was like on to the next one.
Yeah.
Oh, I
guess the lady had a dried gonad collection.
Oh God, you guys are killing me. I found the name of the game.
What is it?
I'm going to put it in chat.
All right.
Champions of Naroth. I have never heard of that.
I have never heard of that. Champions of Naroth. Okay.
And that was a PC game, or
Well, this is an older game. I don't know what how you can play it. And that was just the one I was thinking of. Where my two brothers.
How did you play it?
We played it on the PlayStation back in the day. We had one of those splitters, so that you could put multiple hell are they called? The little
controllers.
Controllers, yeah. So you could plug in a bunch of controllers and play. So me and my two brothers would, sit down and go hours playing this stupid game. But it was fun. It was it was like a side scroller. You had quests to do, and everybody had whatever their thing was. Like I said, I was the archer. You had somebody who was, the melee king, and so it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So I don't know if it's even available anymore. I don't know.
All right.
It looked like it was for the PS2.
Yeah, we played on the PlayStation back in the day. Mm-hmm.
But it may only be for PlayStation. So.
Well, we will have to look. All right. Well, I think we're about done with this show.
Yeah, man. It was fun, honestly.
So go read that book. It was good. It was fine.
Yeah, it was
we
good.
Liked it. Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
So we will figure out what we're going to read and then pick a date and move forward.
And do a thing.
And we'll do a thing.
you'll get 2 shows in 1 month. Imagine that.
Yeah, except this is September 31st.
Oh,
so-
okay, yeah.
Right.
Well,
All right, then. Well, we'll see you all later this month.
adios.
Bye.
Bye.